Hey everybody, this is Dave from AskUncleDave.com. Today I have the Legends Pinball, the AtGames Legends Pinball, and you're going to notice that I have the sides off. These are the metal sides that you find right here. And I took it off because today I'm going to show you how to reduce the clutter that you get with wires hanging from your pinball machine when you connect it to a PC. I also have, I'm going to show you the controller that I purchased, the Legends arcade control panel, and I bought these wires here. These are flat ribbon cables, HDMI and two USBs, one for the OTG and the other one for, just the connect a hard drive to your Legends pinball. So I'm going to show you how this all works. This is like $36 for these three ribbon cables. Now I also installed already the VIBS board. That's so that you can have your PC, one of the monitors, show up onto the back glass as well as the main play field. So these are the side rails. This is the front. This is the two sides. I took them off. There's 5 screws and 3 screws, and you take them out. You're also going to need 2 HDMI cables. I left all my bolts and everything in this little dish here so I don't lose them. I'm also going to connect the Ethernet cable. I'm going to be using the Steam Deck in order for me to play pinball games from the FX3 and Pinball Pop-Up or Popper or whatever you call it. I ordered a new one of these. This is my dock for my Steam Deck. The only thing that's missing is a second HDMI. Now, originally, I tried to use one of these USB Type-Cs to HDMI cable, and it didn't work for me for some reason. So the new one's coming in today. It's going to have a second HDMI. This way, you need 2 HDMIs, and then this connects into either your computer or into your Steam Deck, if you have one. So I also have the Ethernet cable connection here. It's important because you want a good internet connection to the Steam Deck or the PC. And also there's a Ethernet in the back of your pinball that you want to connect as well. So you might even want to install a router inside your pinball machine. Alright, so this unfortunately doesn't come with any instructions, so I'm going to show you how to do it. It seems a little weird. It's using this product, you're not going to avoid your 30-day warranty because you're not doing any drilling. I've made this little rig right here, and I'll explain it more in detail in a minute. The Legends arcade control panel comes with instructions. It's very simple. It's just 2 wires, one for the motion, and then there's a USB connection here. It's all inside here. So I took the rails off. I'm going to pop this out. You pop this out very easy. All right, just watch the wires that are there, and you disconnect this. You connect this to the new panel. It comes right out like that, and then you disconnect the motion sensor down here, and you connect it right in. That is self-explanatory. You can watch other videos on that. Now, the important thing is to show you how to use this. Alright, so we have an HDMI here that connects to your computer or your Steam Deck. Then this is the regular USB that connects maybe a coin ops. You can put a hard drive on here. And this is the OTG. The OTG is so that you can use your controller panel with your computer. There's a channel switcher, so you switch between the board that's on your computer, okay, on your pinball, okay. That's the board for the pinball, and that's the VIBS that I was telling you about. I disconnected everything, and I'm going to remove the box because I'm going to show you a couple of little neat tricks so you don't void your warranty and you can tuck these wires right through. Alright, so there's also volume control here, and these will still be functional, the volume control and the channel changer. We're just going to set these to the back of the cabinet, okay? So let me set this up right here so you can see for yourself what I do. So you have to disconnect the speakers. You have to disconnect this that you connected to your VIBs. This is the monitor. That's pretty much like an HDMI. This is the controller, so that you can switch in between. This came with the VIBs board. Switch in between the computer and the actual monitor, the back display. Okay, and then that's it. Pretty much you disconnect that, and then you can pull this off after removing the 4 thumb screws. All right. So I'm going to put this to the side because we don't need it right now. And now we have this. This is our main computer here. Now we have to try to get this out because we're going to run the wires into here. So what I did was I removed this screw and this screw. And what simply happens is this pulls right out. Okay? So we'll put that to the side. You don't have to do any drilling or anything like that. So now I'm going to place the tripod down for a second, and I'm going to show you how to connect these wires. Okay? This is so you can get all your wires off your playfield. Okay? So I'm going to put it right here. Hopefully it stays. Yeah, there we go. I hope you can see this. All right. So it's very simple. They all come with caps on them. So here's the first one. This is the OTG. Right? And then we can hook in the other hard drive USB. Okay? And then you can hook up the HDMI. Now these cables are very strong. They're very high-end plastic. They're not going to cut easy or break. I mean, for $36, you're cleaning up your whole, playfield. Okay, so you slide those covers right on, just like that. We'll slide the cover on, just like that, and then the last cover will go on, just like that. Now you would think that you would have to remove this bar in order to tuck it in and all that stuff, and it doesn't really work like that. There's 2 screws in here you can't get to unless you pull the whole glass off. We're not going to do that. So I'm going to show you here what you need to do. So pretty much these are going to tuck in like this. They're just going to be resting up against the metal, okay? And you're going to have it here. You can have them just dang along inside here, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my zip tie, okay? And I'm gonna either glue this or tape, double-sided tape this on the inside, and these will be held in against the wood by the zips. And it's just a way so you don't drill or anything like that or glue things too much or whatever. So you'll have it inside. And then what happens is, once everything is in place, you're going to put this board back in like this. Okay, let's just do it crudely. Let me just do it crudely. Carefully and crudely, okay? You put it in like this. Make sure no ribbons are going to be kinked. And this straight, nice and straight. Nice and straight. And push into place. You really need 2 hands to do this. All right, so then you push it into place. And you see, this will fit right back in again. And there goes your connections, and they work just fine. They're inside the cabinet now, dangling here. You know, you clean it up the way you like to clean it up. The 3 cables that come down, and now everything can be hooked up down behind the pinball machine. You don't have to see these wires dangling over the side, and that's just something I can't have. Especially when you have young kids, they'll pull on it or whatever, you know. The VIBs switch I'm going to mount underneath. I recommend underneath because you don't want people leaning up against it and changing it and then have to yell at them, hey, push the button, you know. Now remember, every time you open up and work on things in here, you make sure you're unplugged. Not just to power it off, but unplugged. Because there could be some residual electricity or static going through from batteries and stuff like that. It does have a battery here. So basically that's it. I'm going to put everything back now. Alright, so this is the rig I was telling you about. I used the zip ties. onto a painter's stick, and they're all connected. And then what I'm going to do is double side tape or even glue, put it in here so that everything is neat right up in here like that. This way, from underneath, you can see the connections here. See? These connections, HDMI and 2 USBs. Alright, so that's pretty much it. And then you just pretty much throw the cover back on, run all your wires through, put your box back on, and you're golden. Now, the other good thing is, once these are on, they hold them tightly in place. The box this board actually pushes up against here and makes it nice and tight. Now, you can still disconnect it. Once everything is in place and locked in place, you can still disconnect it and put your USB stick in there. It's okay. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it too much because you don't want to keep fiddling with the wire, with the flat ribbon cables, because sooner or later they break. But like I said, these are very tough. They're like hard plastic. They're not going anywhere. They're not breaking. They're very high quality. So I'll leave all the links in the description for everything I bought today that came in the mail. We're going to just put everything back, and I'll show you what it all looks like at the end. Okay. Alright, so here it is. I have it mounted, and I have the HDMI, USB for the hard drive, and the OTG USB. And I also have the HDMI connected for the VIBS board. So I just hit the little switch. I didn't mount that yet, but it's in there. It's right here. And click it, and I'll be able to play some PC games and Steam Deck games. Alright, that's pretty much it. And I did it all without voiding the warranty. There's nothing but tape holding it in place. This is what it looks like from the front. Let me turn the light on. And there it is. I mean, of course, I don't have the metal sides and the metal front. Here's the control panel. See? You can change. And now, instead of using the rewind button as B and the center button as A, you use A and B instead. So if you want to select something, A. If you want to go back, you know, if you're into something and you want to go back, you hit the B button and it goes back. Trackball now, everything's good. Play some coin-op games, and we'll be good to go. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and all the links will be in the description, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.